It's familiar to all of us. We're standing at the reverse vending machine with a bag full of PET bottles until finally bottle after bottle disappears into the machine. Some disposable bottles can also be returned in crates. But where do our bottles go to then? Into the sea? The incinerator? Of course not. PET bottles are recycled, i.e. reused to produce new bottles. Old bottles become new ones. A closed loop whereby we save resources and energy. How does that work? And what happens to the PET bottles once the machine has swallowed them? They are compressed on site so that as many as possible will fit on a truck. And where does that journey lead? To the recycling plant, where the bottles are sorted according to color, ground, washed, melted, and processed to what's known as regranulate. This regranulate is then so clean and pure that new PET bottles can be manufactured from it later. So, by recycling, we save valuable crude oil, the stuff new PET is manufactured from. Our old bottles are then transported in the form of regranulate to the plastics processing plant, where the regranulate is added to the virgin resin. The mix is heated, melted, and made into blanks, known as preforms, out of which new bottles will be blown in the next step. Today, on average, more than 25% of these new bottles are composed of recycled bottles. So, and because meanwhile the bottles are much lighter than previously, valuable crude oil is saved in the production of PET bottles. From the remaining regranulate that is not processed into new bottles, trainers, fleece shirts, or even parachutes, for example, are made. When they arrive at the bottle plant, the preforms are heated up and blown into new bottles, and finally filled with delicious drinks and labeled. Subsequently, the filled PET bottles arrive in the retail store, where us consumers look forward to them. And the loop begins again from the start. In total, around 98% of PET beverage bottles make it to the recycling loop that begins with the reverse vending machine. So we're on the right track. By recycling PET bottles, we save on CO2, and by doing that, we protect the climate and the environment. And they thank us for it.